Alright, so friends, welcome. We are playing the deck that I played at the Pro Tour. Myself and 5 other teammates on Team CFB Ultimate Guard played this Jeskai Oculus deck. Myself, Sam Pardee, John Finkel, Noma, Gab Nassif, and Edgar Mamagalag, I can't say his last name. All played this deck at the Pro Tour to a decent result. I know everyone made day 2 but me. Team did okay with the deck, but not overtly great. A version of his deck did make top 8. Our biggest surprise of the entire tournament was that of the 6 of us playing this deck, we thought it was kind of like a, off the beaten path sort of deck a little bit. There were 21 copies of the deck in the tournament, and 1 made top 8. The Japanese pros played a different version, playing a more traditional creature base of Spyglass Siren and stuff. We played the talent and this talent stuff in the deck, which is pretty sweet, honestly. Very good against Gruul and good grindy element. So we played talent and this town to go along with the Oculus plans. Of course, Oculus here, main goal of the deck is to get this card in the graveyard, get it back with recommission and helping hand. But unlike Azorius Oculus, which is much more single-minded and just like, wants to do that thing and nothing else, this deck just has totally fine plan Bs. Really cool core here of Steam Core Scholar, Fear of Missing Out, and Prosthetic Memory. Where the Fear of Missing Out and the Steam Core Scholar are both discard cards. Obviously, that works for Oculus, but they also draw cards for memory. And Fear of Missing Out is the sneaky, really good card in this deck, where getting Delirium is pretty easy. And the double combat step is incredible in this deck. It triggers Prosthetic Memory again, so you get more counters. And then with your Vigilance creatures, you can untap a different creature and attack twice with your Vigilance creature too, which is sick. So that's really cool. A lot of team interaction. Torch Tower is obviously great. Spell Pierce is great. Played a few high impact one-ups like Pyroclasm because the deck sees a lot of cards. Same idea in a sideboard where your first Helix, you'll cast it a few times with talent and stuff. And the biggest here was Loran. 1 main, 1 board. Great against Domain. You can just keep Loraning over and over again, which is cool too. So deck's pretty cool. It is very, very good against Gruul and Pixie. I would say very good against Gruul, very, very good against Pixie. Not great against Domain. Spoiler alert, obviously Domain won the tournament. But definitely powerful deck in that metagame. And it's a pretty fun deck otherwise too. It's a really, really fun deck, really, really cool deck. So we're going to play it and give it a spin. Brought to you by Ultimate Guard. Best stuff out there when it comes to storing your collection, protecting your cards. Ultimate Guard is it. Whether it's a cube, a deck, commander deck, whatever it might be. And of course, great company as well. Awesome community events. Just really, really good stuff. Phenomenal company all around. Proud to be working with them. Check them out, ultimateguard.com. Whatever Ultimate Guard products are sold near you. Alright. There was a Mako version also. Not enough discard deck for Mako, I don't think. And then it's kind of cool because, the deck has great plan Bs, but a Born Oculus is still the plan A. You board it out a decent amount. You just put Oculus in play on turn 2 or 3 sometimes. That's awesome. So, playing against Domain, of course, our worst matchup. That's fine. Played against Domain twice in my 5 rounds of the tournament. They don't play a Beans or Spell Pierce. That sucks, but sure. There's a Helping Hand. It's pretty cool. So, we're lined up for a pretty fast Oculus here, but unfortunately, Oculus is not that good against them. All right, we'll just Scholar. Just get our Oculus thing going. Draw 2. Discard an Oculus. Say go. Torch Tower obviously just basically blank against them. It's a tough matchup. Sideboard plan is not too bad, but alright, so we can Helping Hand here. I think it's Spell Pierce, whatever. Yeah, just what's memory Helping Hand. So memory. Alright, so cast Memory, cast Helping Hand, play Archive, and then we'll put a counter on the Scholar, which should then attack next turn. We're manifesting anyway. We're going to bin this. No more cards in the graveyard, so put that there. No attacks. Say go. Manifest Dread. If we get to untap here, I feel sort of okay about things. Nah, they have a Wrath. Alright, well, that sucks. I guess we have Helping Hand again, which is pretty cool. So, they Wrath. They don't play a land. We have Helping Hand. talent, leave up Spell Pierce and this town. Sure. Say go. So obviously you can this town our own stuff for plus for Wrath. Also cool is we can this town our manifest to like draw a spell, which is cool too. It's not like it was very, very hard to play. I think I have regrets for playing this deck in the Pro Tour. I think it was like fine. If not, you know, the deck was good, not amazing, but good. But I think also it was really, really, really hard to play. I just didn't have enough time to get enough games in, I don't think. I should have just played Domain, I think. But Spell Pierce banger, obviously, that's huge for us. And now we're off to the races. We draw a FOMO. We're just going to buy back the Spell Pierce, though. They're missing lands, so... And we are currently getting in pretty nicely here. Talent's just a really hard card to play with. It's just not an easy one. So, rebuy Spell Pierce, say go. Oculus is doing its thing. Enchantment. Got Delirium. Up the Beanstalk's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the Overlord. Well, I guess the Overlord's here now. That's fine. So we're going to untap. Steam Core Scholar plus this town bouncing Overlord is lethal in theory, but it's not going to work out. I don't think so. So we can go this town, bounce Memory, bounce the Overlord, attack for a bajillion, put them to 1, and then have Spell Pierce up. Cool with that. Oh, I got a Prowess Trigger too, actually. That actually is lethal. Cool. Duh. So, draw a card. Roth's counter here. Attempt a lethal attack. And honestly, they can't have much here, right? Most of their removal spells cost 2, so there's a Get Lost. We'll Spell Pierce it. Alright, I mean, it's not a good matchup, but, you know, no matchup is a 100%er, so winning game 1 is huge. So, this is the really important part of a deck. Our plan against Domain. You know, we knew we were good against Gruul, we knew we were great against Pixie, but needed to have plan against Domain. Our plan against Domain is just a million disenchants. Break the spell, just demystify. Destroy Evil, Loran, Get Out, Nemesis, and then non-graveyard threats. Cut down pretty heavily on the Oculuses, get under 1 Oculus. Take out 2 Helping Hands. We cut Hand over Recommission, because Recommission is better with the Nemesis. No, what else do we cut? We cut 4 Torch Towers, Pyroclasm, Obliterating Bolt. So, post-board, we still have a graveyard slant, but we're not that graveyardy. Obviously, they bring a Rest in Peace, and we have 1 Oculus and 4 Reanimates, but a bunch of ways to loot and stuff, and a bunch of non-graveyard threats also, which is pretty cool.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Oh my. This hand's really bad. Not sure if we can go to 5, though. We have just prep props into Scholar. Alright, we're gonna keep. This is a pretty bad 6, but... We draw a Helping Hand, not ideal. So, they're probably gonna go turn 1, or turn 2 Rest in Peace, because we drew Helping Hand. Nope, they got Beanstalk. No Spell Pierce for us. Alright. That is our 2 reanimation spells. Profs into a FOMO, not ideal. Beans, of course, is night and day here. We do have like 10,000 disenchants in our deck. We shouldn't draw one, unfortunately, but... Alright, here's Scholar. Let's clean our hand up here a little bit. They're going to tear us under the profs in response. Yeah, that's rude. Alright, well, we'll discard Oculus. Say go. Not loving our chances this game, but we'll do our best. Okay. So, unfortunately, we boarded out a lot of our graveyard stuff and just still drew a good amount of it too, which is pretty frustrating. But we're going to FOMO and discard one of our graveyardy things. We also have a million ways to kill Rest in Peace too, so that is a thing. But we draw land, sure. So, play a land, we're going to attack. We can this town both of our creatures if we try and sweep. Sure. So, this town is our town, not your town. Imagine casting Day of Judgment on an empty board. Just saying. We draw Chandra, which is pretty sweet, actually. Chandra's our, anti-sweeper sort of plan. Which I think is worth playing. We have tap land. Yeah, sure. Let's play Chandra. Play Chandra. And start our engines. In for 3. And just play Chrome Coast and say go. So, I mean, pretty fast clock. Attack for 6 next turn. They have a binding, sure. And the idea here is that we just have infinite disenchants. So they binding a Chandra, we just get it back anyway. So there you go. There's Destroy Evil. So there you go. So let's Scholar. Probably discard this recommission. Not even interested in fighting over Rest in Peace. So, and then I'm pretty sure we just Destroy Evil the binding, get back Chandra, just keep going, right? I guess we do Profs. We could always Profs and attack. That's pretty good too. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually utilize our Scholar mana. And then we can put the Profs counters on the vehicle. Attack for 5. Alright, let's do it.
Driver, start your engine.
Sure. So, rise in the vehicle, that's fine. Play a land, say go. We have FOMOs for days. This town, Destroy Evil. Get back Chandra. We play an Overlord. Sure. We can fire up some FOMOs here and grow our Steam Core Scholar. Oh my god. Playing poker? Alright. I think we're gonna start with a FOMO. We'll discard a FOMO. We'll draw land. And now I think we're gonna this town a token and our Profs and then Destroy Evil the Binding. I'm an idiot. I should have done this after the counter. I'm stupid.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
This deck's hard. There's like a lot of moving parts in this deck. It is hard to play. I just screwed up. I'm dumb. Alright, so I should have done that in acting combat after I added the counters. That was really, really bad. That was the whole point of bouncing this thing too. It's like I have my 3 they can attack. That's okay. Just play bad win anyway. That's the plan. They brought in a gate too. Alright, well, max punish for that. We'll say go. That's probably the game. I think we just threw this one away, unfortunately. They have a Zur too. It probably didn't matter. It didn't matter, actually. Alright, so they have Zur. RA was pretty bad this game, so that's fine. They had a pretty great draw. They had Beans, Beans, good removal, Rest in Peace against our pretty mad draw, so that's fine. Alright, it's on the play. Looking for a functional hand and not finding it. Where are they? Jesus Christ. It is a bad matchup, folks. You can't afford to mulligan into bad hands in this matchup. The game's certainly winnable, but we just can't keep this. We gotta go to 5. Like, all right. 5 cards, eh? Well, chip in a chair, I suppose. Memory into Steam Core Scholar and hope it works out. Draw a card. That's a lot of blue-red lands. Alright, well, no turn 2 beans is nice, at least. We got that going for us. Double analyze the pollen, sure. Let me draw a town. Alright, we're just chopping in here. Okay. So we're gonna discard this town, I think. Spell Pierce is too valuable, so. Add some counters and say go. I mean, if we go Nemesis and Spell Pierce next turn, like be like Overlord here, sure. Nemesis Spell Pierce is pretty good. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, in for 7. Say go. Leyline Binding for 1 mana. Again, we have a lot of disenchants in our deck. We can't currently cast them, but they have Bride's End. Alright, well, never mind, I guess. Still have 4 cards left. There's our white source, but like, I don't even need a white source right now. So, let's play Skyland. Should I just play the white land? So we're 2 turns away from that? Whatever. We can return this down here. Seems fine, I guess. Certainly a mana to burn, so. Turn this, say go. Oh my god. I guess we're going to Spell Pierce this. Finding a target for Spell Pierce is going to be pretty difficult at this point in the game, so. I'll have to tell you, folks, it's not a good matchup. I made that very clear at the beginning. But obviously, if we all get to 5 every game and they have really good draws, there's just no chance. You know, like, we draw a second, break the spell, and we could bounce like Zur and something, and then destroy Leyline Binding. I guess if you draw an untapped land, that's like a pretty hard thing to do. There aren't that many untapped lands, untapped white sources in this deck, but. Alright, so let's break the spell. Ugh. Gross. Alright. Well, that sucks. Oh no, we drew Get Out, but we're tapped out. Alright. So they get to Overlord us again, but we're in trouble. Alright. Attack for 7. Just everything going wrong here. Hello? Auto time. Yeah, I mean, 4 cards in hand, a Beans, and an active Zur. It's a pretty tough sell. Here's Zur. No blocks. They gain 6 more life. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, is it is, you know? I'll get a 5 in a bad matchup. They had a really good draw up. That is magic sometimes. Yeah, we're just dead. Alright, that's fine. Is what it is. You know, I think that you can't have a good matchup against everything. And obviously Domain won the Pro Tour, so like it shouldn't not a good spot for your bad matchup, but tech's good in other spots, so. Pro Tour was really close to the release of Aetherdrift. I would have liked another week, I think, but alright. And it's good. Double talent. FOMO discard Oculus. Mono red. I like this deck a lot. Former teammate of mine, Theo. Theo and his team. This is interesting. Brought a mono red deck. It seemed like exceptionally good against Domain, while still maintaining most of the rules good matchups too. I like the deck a lot. So we can go Archive here. Instead of playing Talent. Yeah, Talent's not great here. I'm just gonna play Archive. Archive, look for a Reanimate. Alright, ship a land. We got 2 more looks. FOMO discards Oculus next turn. Alright, so they're on a good draw. We are going to play our FOMO. We've drawn 0 removal spells so far. It's not ideal, but discard this. We draw a Helping Hand. Must be nice. Alright, I mean, we're doing the thing. Ultimate Golgari Obliterator versus other... Maybe. The Golgari deck was a huge surprise, obviously. Alright, we're going to block here. It would take more than 1 spell to get through. And if they use a Monster's Rage or whatever, we're like stoked about it, so... Let's make him use their stuff now. We got bigger fish to fry. Cool. So we go to 11. And we draw another FOMO. Interesting. We're definitely going to Helping Hand, obviously. The question is, what's our other play? Is it just double talent? Or is it FOMO? I think it's FOMO. We're looking for a removal spell. FOMO and discard, probably just Shivan Reef. Alright, do the Oculus thing. Manifest Dread. And now we have land, talent, this town on their turn, which is very good. So I would say this is the turn. I took a pickup. Alright. If they have a second rage, we're just dead, but whatever, I guess. We do have double attack steps with FOMO, but we don't have any way to utilize it super well yet. So we're just blocking. We block Challenger, they Monstrous Rage. It's a 6/4, it still dies. That's pretty good. Sure, that's fine, dude. So we get a 5. I'm gonna go land, talent, send in Oculus. We're gonna have 3 2/2 blockers and a bounce to bounce the Nemesis, lands and blocks. We're probably dead another Monstrous Rage, but I don't think Oculus can block effectively anyway, so... Not the easiest game to win without drawing any copies of Torch Tower. Torch Tower is obviously the best card here. We got 4 of them, but... Alright. So we're going to block... You can also block the Nemesis and bounce the card. And that's the best bet against whatever what it's called. So if we're assuming they have a spell, I think it's still fine. We just do this. And they're passing before damage. So bounce this. Pot her up. They don't have a spell. This is like insane for us. Like preposterous. Wow. That's unbelievable. Alright, Nemesis is still annoying. Obviously we can't block it super well, but now we can return us. Alright, so now we get to land. Return this down. We're dead to a burn spell or a Monstrous Rage, but they didn't have it last turn, so... Say go, Manifest Dread. This has been an eye-opening experience to the world of the week after the Pro Tour, where we played Domain earlier and we just lost like main deck counter spells and everything. Folks go nuts when a Pro Tour happens and the metagame changes. Main deck Sunspine Lynx and Mono Red is pretty wild. But yeah, I mean it is good against us also. We were at exactly 5, and yeah, that's a thing, I guess. Sure. Alright, so we're going to bring in our own Nemesis, our Helix, our Pyroclasm. This is also a deck that benefits a lot from open deck lists at the Pro Tour, of knowing what graveyard hate they have. We're going to shave a little bit of our graveyard stuff. And Spell Pierces. It's funny, it's like fine against Gruul. It's not nearly as good against Mono Red. The Lynx is actually pretty good against us. Like, Loran, same thing with Loran. Loran's like good against Gruul because they have hate cards and talents, but Mono Red won't. Maybe we just need to like stay linear against them. Nah, this is fun. Let's hedge a little bit. Alright, on the play. Get our main deck Pyroclasm. Sure, I'm in. We also have the Wombo combo of Pyroclasm plus Screaming Nemesis, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, it's Lazy Helix! Oh my god!
Everyone's got Ghost Vacuums, Everyone. All my opponents to Pro Tour had 2 Ghost Vacuums in the sideboard, and they played it turn 1 every game, basically. Here's Emberheart Challenger. All right, so now we're really well set up for a Screaming Nemesis. All right, so we are going to land. I have fun attacking, honestly. If I just have a Monstrous Rage, if I just like pump, and I have to like just trade 1 for 1, where I just really want to cast Pyroclasm with the Nemesis in play. So Challenger number 2. Oh my god.
Don't do this! Please, don't do this! Get up! Let's get up! Don't do it! Man, don't do it! Don't do it! Think of your family! Think of your fans! Think of everybody! You got to
Oh! Didn't even need the Nemesis like trigger to do anything useful. But they can't gain life, because you're wondering, so.
That is huge.
Alright, game 3. Alright, One torch to the tower, please. That's all I want. Sorry, the best I can do is an obliterating bolt and no white sources. Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty bad. I mean, it lacks a white source or an Oculus. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan this. I think if I had a white source, I would keep. I think that's the line for me. Sure. I mean, this hand is pretty good. Making a huge flyer is certainly a plan. All right, we'll dump this. It's pretty rough though, because like we should have no interaction. They might just steamroll us on the play, but what are we gonna do? You know, a lot of mulligans. Like one torch tower here, his hand is perfect, I think. But here we are. 4-1 Pyroclasm. Holy moly. How do you get blown out by Pyroclasm so hard in one game and then immediately just play right into it the next game? That is wild. Alright, we're going to profs here. We need to draw land. So we need to draw land, technically. Alright. Interesting. We draw a Seachrome Coast. Alright, so we can like FOMO and torch the tower here. I kind of like that. What do we discard though? It's a tough call because like the scholars are so good with the profs. I'm gonna assume they don't have Monstrous Rage. They would have just used it on their Hardfare hero, I'm pretty sure. So when they Manifold Mouse target the hero, we're gonna torch it. And if they have Monstrous Rage, we're gonna lose, which I think is fine. Their draw is really good, and our draw is stumbling on the draw, so you gotta take a risk or two. Nemesis or Second Scholar? Could discard a land, I guess, right? This is turn. Yeah, we just play this. Right, so, yeah, so, like, we discard a land, just draw a land. I should go like that. We'll do that. I'm a little greedy. So, we're behind. Not sure. Same thing. So, alright, so, counter on FOMO. The 3 of our bodies are actually pretty good here. We say go. They're likely to manifold the Hardfire hero. Oh my god. That's not good for us. Smart choice would be any card but Hardfire hero. I guess the mouse is the only target, but we're gonna go for it. Alright, well, that might give us a shot here. We take 6. Nah, we're still pretty dead. Just no fear, Shakespeare. Opponent just puts all of our cards on the table, turns them sideways, doesn't think twice about it, and we are unable to punish. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're dead to literally anything here, but whatever. Alright, we will discard an Abhorrent Oculus. We will play a Thundering Falls. We will bin a memory. Say go. Just slapping the cards on the table. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I mean, sure, I guess. Not ideal. Nope. Alright, one more game. Definitely somewhat disappointed in this deck. I think that one of our leaks as a team, and obviously now you got a great hand, but I have mulligan a lot, I guess, too, but I think one of our leaks as a team is that we test too much against the top decks, which is obviously more relevant for a Pro Tour than playing on a ladder, but, sure. And that was a really good draw. We're too focused on beating the top 2 decks in the metagame, which this deck does, but Alright. Where should I torch right now? Put them all into 5. Take that. That's pretty cool how the Sunspine Lynx does seem like a pretty wild main deck card in this format. Swift Spear. Monsters just slapping the cards on the table again. Coming in. We draw a Vantage. So we can FOMO our Oculus here. Let's see. So they have any burn spell? They get to go face. And it makes them use a spell. They like burst lightning our face. We take our thing dies. Just, that's fine. Whatever. It's a block. The chance they don't have anything, and like anything they have is just like fine. So sure, that's fine. So they basically have to cut to burst lightning a guy. Play Heartfires. No cards. We draw a Loran, which amusingly can kill the monster roll, which actually is like pretty non-zero here. I'm kind of about it, actually. No roll for you.
Do a barrel roll.
Didn't draw Monstrous Rage. Sick. Alright. I only have 1 pain-free blue anyway. I shouldn't have played that. Alright, so your Scholar. Oh my god. Not ideal, but sure. So you go. We're 9. Alright. I think we're good here. Damn. That is aggressive. We draw an Oculus, we can just cast it now, right? That's cool. Thundering Falls, ship a land. Works for me. Obviously, casting Oculus is a totally viable plan B. Remove Loran. We say go. Keep our spell in the graveyard for my thing. Manifest Dread the creature. We have land creature instant for Delirium. Nemesis is annoying, but fine. Jump blocking it is not the end of the world, you know? Torch the tower. Cool. We... Sure. Probably intend on blocking the Nemesis with the Otter. Are there things you die to here? Yes. But, like, basically Monstrous Rage is it. If they have a Lightning Strike, you want to block, sure. Alright, so Monstrous Rage and we're dead. Cool. Alright, one thing getting them all get to 5. It does seem like the mono red matchup is worse than the Gruul matchup. They're just faster, and Lynx is really good against us. Glass of Nemesis, Helix. I'm gonna shave a little bit of our graveyard stuff. And the Loran. Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce, Spell Pierce. So they have turn 1 Ghost Vacuum. It's pretty gross. We do Commission and Oculus. We have no red though. Ugh. red. Hired Claw. That's not red. Hold us, Spell Pierce. And the Otter not making too much of a difference in this board. Would you look at that? They keep a 1-lander, and we draw the red.
Bingo!
All right.
We're gonna say yeah. Intent to Torch Tower the Heartfire hero. Have they Monsters Rage? We can just freaking Spell Pierce it or whatever. Should be a great exchange for us. They're gonna play a Challenger. That's also fun. Take 3. Oh, Sparklock now. Alright, well. Still got it all up. Now we have Viable Blocker, too. Let's with 2 spells. This turn has serious blowout potential. That's fine. That's also fine.
Get off my plate.
Obviously, want to kill the hero if we can, but this is too easy. It's their entire turn, bunch of damage. We can revive a Torch Tower too, so. Alright. I mean, we do need to find a way to discard some other threat, but. Could rebuy Torch if they have a Monstrous Raid. It's devastating, though. Just do it next turn. Card's good. We don't really have a great answer to this card. Which is kind of annoying, but... Oh my god, I got auto-tapped.
We have technology.
Well, that's probably the game. Alright. That's pretty frustrating. Obviously planning on Torch Towering this thing. We probably weren't being done with Double Nemesis anyway, so... Alright. Yeah, he's pretty dead, but... Probably shouldn't have Spell Pierce that. We're going to lose anyway, and I showed them that I have Spell Pierce in post board, but it just felt too good. Alright, whatever. Alright. Yeah, Mono Red is definitely a lot better against this deck than Gruul is, which is a serious, not good thing for this deck. I'm going to play... we're going to keep... I think this deck was a bad choice for the Pro Tour. I think that it was... I would not play this deck post Pro Tour. I think specifically for the Pro Tour, for the metagame we predicted, it was okay, but I should have just played Domain. Like, most of the Hall of Famers on the team played Domain, maybe I should just play Domain too. Alright, here's Challenger. That's pretty good for us, actually. We can just bolt. I mean, they have the village too. We can just bolt and play Talent. Getting Challenger off the board is pretty important. So go. You get really lucky and draw a white reanimation. That would be cool. Yeah, Nemesis, like, they're just playing 4 Nemesis, where Gruul's playing like 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 on the board, maybe. And this card's also really good against us. Sure, so. This time I want to leave up white. I don't think we got time for that. Alright. So... we'll put the counters on the flyer. Because some argument is just putting it on the Otter and just getting in for more damage, honestly. Like, we are 100% racing against his Nemesis. Yeah, alright, I'm in. The race is on. Can rebuy Obliterating Bolt, but obviously not great. Trying to draw more draw effects, honestly. Alright, so if we had our emergency meeting button, we would be slamming it right now. That was an extremely weird play. They barraged their nemesis and then frenzied their nemesis to put me down to 6. The only conclusion I can draw here is they have Sunspine Links or 2 in hand, which means playing more lands is not in the equation. I think we're just going to buy back a thing and attack. They could also have, like, land, links, bolt, I guess. That's obviously very... We're just going to hold a land. Clearly they have some sort of, like... They have 2 strikes? Sure. So that works also. They have some sort of burnout, you know, lined up. Sure. Yeah, that's not... Yeah, this... Mono red seeming better than Gruul in this format is a really bad showing for this deck also. Yeah, don't play this deck. I don't know what else to tell you. I think at the Pro Tour itself, the deck was fine. You know, not great, not the worst. I think the post-Pro Tour metagame, with Domain winning the Pro Tour, and then decks like Mono Red popping up try and beat Domain, which are also good against us, this deck is a really poor choice. So that's the metagame evolution, folks. You know, one of the cool things about Magic is watching metagames evolve, and here we are 1 week later after the Pro Tour, and the deck we played in the Pro Tour is unplayable, and the metagame's already shifting, which is great. Standard's been great, super dynamic, and yeah. I wish I played Domain. What else can I say? All right, YouTube folks, love you, like, comment, subscribe, you're all great. Peace.